The House will come to order. The invocation today will be given by Pastor Scott Distler from E-Free Church in Gaylord, guest of Representative Borton. Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise?
Let's pray together. Father in heaven, today is a day that you have made, and we choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for the great honor you've given to me today to pray for this legislative body. I'm thankful for each and every one of them, and I believe that each of them are motivated by a genuine and passionate desire to see the betterment of all those who call this great state their home. I pray for them as they conduct the important business before them today. Where there is a need for wisdom, please give them your wisdom. Where there is a need for courage, please give them your courage. Where there is a need for compassion, please give them your compassion. But more important than the affairs of this state, I pray for their higher calling. I pray for them as spouses, that you would protect and strengthen their marriages. I pray that you would strengthen them in their vital roles as parents and grandparents and protect their children and their grandchildren. And today I want to pray for the aspects of their lives that are not out in the open, those personal hurts, anxieties, and concerns that are a daily part of life. May they know this day how much you love them, how according to Psalm 139, you can't stop thinking about them. May they know today the promise from your word, the Bible, that they can cast all of their cares upon you because you care so very deeply for them. May you, the God of all comfort, come alongside of each of them today. May you, the God of peace, guard their feelings and their thinking. And most of all, as we've entered this time of Lent, may each of them fully recognize that God so loved the world, so loved each one of them, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. And all this I pray in the name of your Son, my personal Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
The clerk will open the board. For the purpose of taking attendance, the board is now open. Members, you may check in at your desk. For the purpose of an introduction, the speaker recognizes Representative Borton.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With me today, I have a couple very special guests. I have my Pastor Scott Distler, who gave the invocation, and his lovely wife, Laura Distler.
Will the special guest of Representative Borton please rise? And welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. For the purpose of an introduction, the speaker recognizes Representative Rigas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is my pleasure today to welcome 24 students and 17 adults from Page Elementary in Middleville. They are seated in the West Gallery.
Will the special guest of Representative Rigas please rise? And welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives.
For the purposes of an introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Rheingans.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I am proud to be joined today by 24 people from the Center for Health and Research Transformation Health Policy Fellowship. They're in the South Gallery. It's about 24 adults.
Will the special guest of Representative Rheingans please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives.
For the purpose of a tribute presentation, the speaker recognizes Representative Outman.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, with me today is Linda Curtis. She is a local city council member of Belding City Council, and she's also a, an outstanding asset to our community. She has helped establish rodeos throughout the state of Michigan for over 30 years now. She's been really successful at it, and for that recognition, we want to, award her the special tribute from the state of Michigan. We want to thank her so much for her efforts throughout the state in promoting rodeo is such a pastime for our state and country, and we just really value her service to the state of Michigan.
Will the special guest of Representative Outman please rise? Colleagues, please join me in welcoming her to the Michigan House of Representatives. For the purpose of an introduction, the speaker recognizes Representative Woolford.
Madam Speaker, today I have with me some special guests in the West Gallery. I have Mrs. Jennifer Rose, and she has students here from Pinckney High School with the We the People team, a program that helps promote civil discourse, responsibility, and appreciation for the Constitution and our students. Thank you.
Colleagues, please join me in welcoming the special guest of Representative Woolford to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to excuse all absent members.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce today's attendance.
Madam Speaker, a quorum of the House is present. There are no members absent with prior excuse.
Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise and join me now in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For the purpose of a staff farewell, the Speaker recognizes Representative Neeley.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today I have in the chamber with me Gabrielle Monday. Gabrielle Monday, who we like to call Gabby in the office, is leaving us. Gabby has been with us since the first Neeley in the 34th District, and she continued on with this Neeley in the 70th District. Gabby has been with me for 6 years. She's been with me since I hit here in Lansing, and I am going to miss her greatly. She is moving on to the Senate side, and we just want to congratulate her and let her know that we love her and we're going to miss you, Gabby. Good luck with everything over on the Senate side. And I have a tribute to give to her today.
Thank you. Colleagues, please join me in thanking Gabby for her service to the Michigan House of Representatives. For the purpose of an introduction, the Speaker recognizes Representative Bierlein.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With me on the floor today, I have a guest. His name is Saint Brandow. He is from Valley Lutheran High School. He's spending the day job shadowing. He plays football and hockey and is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Colleagues, please join me in welcoming Representative Bierlein, special guest to the Michigan House of Representatives. For the purpose of an introduction and a tribute presentation, the Speaker recognizes Representative Lightner.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, today I would like everybody to know that I have a very special group of kids and a few adults here from Hanover Horton. The football team is up in the East Gallery right now, and it's a historic year for them. And I'll talk about their points here in just a moment, but if we could at least acknowledge their existence at the moment, that would be awesome.
Will the special guest of Representative Lightner please rise and welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. The speaker recognizes Representative Lightner.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Like I said, we have a group of kids from Hanover.
Colleagues, please give your attention to the speaker. If you must have a conversation, you may take it off of the floor at this time. The speaker recognizes Representative Lightner.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So the Hanover Horton football team had a historic year. Just to name a few stats, it was the first conference championship in school history. So the community was super proud of them. As you know, I had recently had another community in my district here recently, and the pride that filled the communities was just amazing. You can feel it in the crowds, you can feel it in the stands, and you know, I just want to acknowledge how proud we are of these boys. But to add to their statistics, they were undefeated in conference play this year. It was the first playoff win and first district championship in school history. Their school record, they recorded 9 wins for the year. They scored 382 points this season. They had a total of 3,363 total yards and 2,931 rushing yards. They had 4 players who earned all-state honors, so congratulations to those 4. 3 players who earned all-region, 7 players who earned all-conference, and as a team, we had a bunch of smarty pants boys up there as well. They were academic all-state as well. So it was a historic season that set new standards for the Hanover football team. And also, with me here on the House floor, I have a couple of the captains. I have Reed and Adam, and then I also have Coach Messer here, who I also have to acknowledge a special shout out to. This was my second coach in my district that received the All-State, like the Coaches Award for this division. So he was the Coach of the Year for the division for Hanover Horton, and it was a remarkable season under his leadership and guidance. You know, these boys pulled it off, and like I said, had the best win ever. And we know that takes lots of dedication, lots of time, lots of yelling, and things of that nature. And I just want to congratulate Coach on an amazing year. I can't wait to look forward to what you know, he does with this group of kids coming into the next year. And congratulations on your win as Coach of the Year as well. We appreciate you. It takes special people to commit their time to these boys and, you know, build a program, and we really appreciate it, and we're so proud of you. Thank you, Coach.
Colleagues, please join me in congratulating the athletes and coach for the Hanover football team. For the purpose of introduction, the speaker recognizes Representative Martus.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I represent 8 school districts, and I'm supposed to treat all of them equally, but when I think about who I'm truly serving and where my heart is, it's in Beecher. And so we have 20 students from Bucktown here at the Capitol. They're learning about state government, and I hope this is not the last time they will be joining us. And they are, in the South Gallery.
Will the special guests of Representative Martus please rise and welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House proceed to the order of motions and resolutions to take up House Resolution 257.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 257, introduced by Representative Paquette, a resolution to commemorate Patrick Kane of the Detroit Red Wings for becoming the all-time leading scorer among United States-born players in the National Hockey League's history.
Colleagues, we've got a member wishing to address the body. Will you please give him your attention? Speaker recognizes Representative Paquette.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Patrick Showtime Kane is a legend who has ruined many dreams of Red Wings fans in the past, oftentimes single-handedly while he was a Chicago Blackhawk. I will always remember this Conn Smythe winner dashing the cup chances of my Red Wings back in 2013 very vividly with his unmatched hands and finesse playing the fastest game on ice. But this future NHL Hall of Famer has won over many Red Wings fans, now playing for our team, and I am one of them. And so I stand here today with the utmost satisfaction to bring this resolution to the Michigan House floor to honor the highest achievement of American-born hockey players, as he is now the greatest, eclipsing another former Red Wing, Mike Modano's 1,374 career points just recently. I was able to go to Chicago to watch his return to the United Center, where he won the game for the Red Wings against one of our arch rivals. The crowd gave him a prolonged standing ovation before he took those 2 points in OT. What Patty Kane has done for American hockey is immeasurable. Those of us beer league players who happen to be of the same age still dream of having his abilities that he showcases still at the highest of levels. Having Patrick Kane here in Michigan on the Detroit Red Wings is something that we should honor in this chamber, as we have a sincere hockey legend among us. I urge support for this resolution, and let's go Red Wings.
The question before the House is on the passage of House Resolution 257. All those in favor of the resolution will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Continuing on the order of motions and resolutions, I move that the House take up House Resolution 258.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 258, introduced by Representative Kofia, a resolution calling on Congress to investigate all of the individuals implicated in the Epstein files and compel them to testify under oath.
The resolution is referred to the Committee on Government Operations. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House proceed to the order of third reading of bills in order to take up calendar item number 18, House Bill 5232.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 18, House Bill 5232, introduced by Representative Koleszar, a bill to amend an act to provide for the granting of military leaves. The people of the state of Michigan enact.
The bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There are not. Speaker recognizes Representative Koleszar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package.
So ordered.
Thank you. A few months back, during their advocacy day, a couple of firefighters from my district talked to me about the issue being addressed in House Bills 5232 and 5233. Simply put, there are currently places in the state of Michigan where those who protect and serve are being told to use their vacation time to protect and serve. By stipulating military leave is meant for military leave and vacation time is meant for vacation time, we can pass legislation that gives our firefighters and police officers who are also in the military reserves more than lip service about supporting them. We can give them something tangible.
Members, excuse me. Members, will you please give your attention to the speaker? If you need to have a conversation, as a reminder, you can take that off of the floor. The speaker recognizes Representative Koleszar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We help to ensure that when they get time to rest and recharge, they can rest and recharge. We acknowledge that they already spend a lot of time away from their families in order to serve the greater good, and by passing this legislation, we ensure that they still get their vacation time to be with those who they love the most and those who love them the most, their families. I know my colleague from the 58th District heard from his local firefighters as well, and much like me, he wanted to fix this problem. I thank him for his partnership, which has been a great bipartisan collaboration. I urge my colleagues to vote yes and show those who already sacrifice so much that we don't just support you with words, we support you with action. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Speaker recognizes Representative Robinson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak the entire package.
So ordered.
Madam Speaker, colleagues, today I rise in support of House Bills 5232 and 5233. Across Michigan, we have police officers and firefighters who also serve in the Guard and Reserves. As a veteran myself, I can speak to the strength of character it takes to step up and serve this beautiful country. That's what makes these individuals so special. The people affected by these bills go above and beyond and serve their communities and their nation. These are men and women who wear two different uniforms and make additional sacrifices in order to continue their service. They protect our neighborhoods here at home, and when duty calls, they step forward and support our national defense as well. Right now, when these first responders are called away for military training or duty, many are forced to use their vacation time just to fulfill those obligations. That doesn't sit right with me. The vacation time they earn through long hours and demanding work should be spent with their families, not drill or training. The bipartisan bill package fixes that by providing up to 26 days of paid military leave each year so these officers and firefighters can meet their military obligations without sacrificing the time that they've earned with their loved ones or worrying about their paycheck. Supporting those who serve in two uniforms should be an easy decision. These individuals have already stepped forward to serve their communities and their country. The decision to serve is already the difficult one to make for many. And as a body, we ought to support and honor those who make that commitment. That is what these bills do. So I urge a yes vote. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. TV 19 WZMQ Adam Marquette has permission to record today's session. Members, the board is still open. You may vote at your desk. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 5232, there are 101 aye votes and 8 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted in favor, therefore, the bill has passed. Speaker recognizes majority floor leader Posthumous.
Move for immediate effect.
The majority floor leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. For the purpose of introduction, the speaker recognizes Representative Wooden.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have with me 33 students and 9 adults here from Aberdeen Academy in Grand Rapids. They're in the East Gallery.
With the special guest, if Representative Wooden please rise. And welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes majority floor leader Posthumous.
Continuing on the order of third reading of bills, move that the House take up calendar item number 19, House Bill 5233.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 19, House Bill 5233, introduced by Representative Robinson. A bill to require certain employers to provide paid military leave for certain members of those employers. The people of the state of Michigan enact.
The bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 5233, there are 101 aye votes and 8 nay votes.
The majority of the members elected and serving having voted in favor, therefore, the bill has passed. Speaker recognizes majority floor leader Posthumous.
Move for immediate effect.
The majority floor leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes majority floor leader Posthumous.
Continuing on the order of third reading of bills, move that the House take up calendar item number 20, House Bill 4790.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 20, House Bill 4790, introduced by Representative Thompsen, a bill to amend the Public Health Code. The people of the state of Michigan enact.
The bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There are not. Speaker recognizes Representative Steckloff.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package.
So ordered.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, have you ever had the meat sweats? Well, I am sure many a men in this room have, but the story I'm about to tell you is so much worse. As many of you know, I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 31, and because of my age, as well as the type of cancer my doctors told me they had to put me into medical menopause. Ooh, menopause. I just had a double mastectomy, right? What is a little heat gonna do to me? Oh, boy, was I naive. So it was the night before my first chemo treatment, and because, I had cancer, I got to choose where we got to eat. And I've always wanted to go to this one restaurant. So I went in the morning, I got the shot. They reminded me, suddenly you will go into menopause. And once again, I responded with, okay, sure, I can be a little hot. I'm about to go through cancer, right? So we get to the restaurant, I sit down, I did my hair, I did my makeup. It was the last time I was gonna be able to do my hair for a while. We did it up, sit down, order a drink, order my steak, start to engage in wonderful conversation about how amazing I am and how I'm going to beat this, and then it hit. Woo! And it hit hard. And I'm telling you, when I say I felt ill, I was violently ill. For the next 20 minutes, I proceeded to sprawl out on the floor of a public restroom with a damp paper towelette across my forehead, dramatically groaning. Groaning so loud that the band could not take a break. Groaning so loud that everyone in the restaurant apparently heard me. Groaning so loud that the owner had to come in to make sure I wasn't sick from their restaurant. And then suddenly, the heavens appeared, and I felt great. And I skipped back to my table, not caring that everyone was staring at me. I sat down, I took a sip of my drink, I took a bite of my cold steak. Yep, and many of you know where this story's going. Bam! She hit again. This time, much more violently. Went back to the restroom, about 20 minutes, but this time I sprawled out, face down, with my forehead and my cheek laid across the cool, dirty floor of a public restroom. Again, groaning for 20 minutes. Again, finding out that the band could no longer take a break because they needed to draw out the sounds. And then it hit me. This was about to be my foreseeable future, and I needed to learn how to deal with it. Over 50% of the population is going to deal with this. Every single woman is going to go through this, and we just don't talk about it. And House Bill 4790 and 4791 are here to be able to provide a continuing education for physicians, but the most significant part about these bills is this right here, opening the conversation. Because as a proud member of the millennial generation and a proud member of the oversharing generation, you're welcome. So I rise in support of these bills. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Speaker recognizes Representative Thompsen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package.
So ordered.
Thank you. House Bills 4790 and 4791 are a bipartisan package that I would like to thank my entertaining colleague from the House District 19 for her work and her advocacy on this legislation. Together, we have become more than partners on this legislation, we have become friends. And I think that's so important for us in this body to maintain friendships with both sides of the aisle. This bill requires the Board of Medicine to ensure that physicians have access to continuing education on menopause. Menopause is the only health challenge that will affect half of the population, yet it remains one of the most undertaught in the area of medicine. Madam Speaker, the human body, in my opinion, is the most extraordinary system ever created. It's beautifully designed by our Creator to maintain balance or homeostasis. The constant effort to regulate temperature, regulate hormones, heart rate, and countless other functions that the body does to keep all of us alive. But men and women were not designed the same. And that, Madam Chair, is why this is so important. That, Madam Chair, was intentional. We were uniquely created with rhythms that change across the seasons from puberty to menopause. Recognizing and respecting these differences is not weakness, it's actual wisdom. And it's good medicine, it's good science, it's good policy, and we should honor that design, not ignore it. I want to start by providing some few facts that do underscore the importance of this bill. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, roughly 1 million women between the ages of 40 and 45 are navigating this stage of their life right now. During menopause, women will experience a significant decline in estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. As a result, they face more than 100 known and treatable symptoms. According to a recent survey, only 20% of OBGYN residency programs in the U.S. offer a menopause curriculum. Over 50% of U.S. medical schools provided 0 required hours on menopause. And medical students are reporting that they feel underprepared to manage menopause symptoms and perimenopausal care with their patients. Here in Michigan, Madam Chair, only 94 physicians in this state are considered by the Menopause Society as a menopause practitioner. These facts paint a clear picture that there is a problem. Women are seeking answers to these questions. They are seeking counseling, but they are being told to go away, that this is something that you just must endure. These women, the women we talk about, are vital to our community. They bring decades of experience and leadership, particularly in sectors such as in healthcare. And they are, I believe, women are the heart of our communities. For volunteering, caring for their aging parents, worried about their adult children, and often caring and raising their grandchildren, like I am, at a season in my life when I did not plan on raising children. House Bill 4790 offers a simple solution and opportunities for treatment of these symptoms that women are bearing and being told, that's just life, we don't talk about it. To be clear, Madam Speaker, this is not a mandate. It's a small, cost-free step in a positive direction. As science and evidence-based treatments are constantly evolving, do we not want our physicians to stay up to date? A clear example of that is for decades we were told that hormone replacement therapy could cause cancer. I grew up believing that when I came to menopause in my life, I would not take hormone replacement therapy because that would increase my risk of cancer. That has since changed. Now that was debunked, and they're encouraging women to safely take hormone replacement therapy. That is a sad part that many women are facing. Many of us here in this room have a beautiful, awesome physician that we have a great relationship with that provides wonderful care to us. The sad part is that many of us do not. Well, Madam Speaker, I believe in education, I believe in truth, and I believe that as legislators, it is within our scope to make policies that impact health care. Thank you, and I urge a yes vote on both of these bills.
The question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4790, there are 100 aye votes and 9 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted in favor, therefore, the bill has passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Move for immediate effect.
The Majority Floor Leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Continuing on the order of third reading of bills, move that the House take up calendar item number 17, House Bill 4791.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 17, House Bill 4791, introduced by Representative Steckloff, a bill to amend the Public Health Code. People of the State of Michigan enact.
The bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board. Representative Miller votes aye. The clerk will tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4791, there are 100 aye votes and 9 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted in favor, therefore, the bill has passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Move for immediate effect.
The Majority Floor Leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Posthumous.
Just to let the members know, there will be no further voting today when the House adjourns and stands adjourned until Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m.
The House will go at easy. The call of the chair.
The House come to order and proceed to announce this by the clerk of printing and enrollment.
The clerk announced the following bills would be reproduced and made available electronically on Wednesday, March 4th. House Bills 5664 through 5669. Clerk announced the following bills would be reproduced and made available electronically on Thursday, March 5th. Senate Bills 816 through 820. Clerk, announce the following Senate bills received on Thursday, March 5th. Senate Bills 492 and 604.
Reports of standing committees.
The Committee on Regulatory Reform, Representative Aragona Chair, reported House Bill 5104 with recommendation that the substitute H1 be adopted, and further recommended the bill and substitute be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Regulatory Reform, Representative Aragona Chair, reported House Bill 5106 with recommendation the bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Regulatory Reform, Representative Aragona Chair, reported House Bill 5227 with recommendation the bill referred to the Committee on Rules.
Bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Regulatory Reform, Representative Aragona Chair, reported House Bill 5228 with recommendation that the bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Regulatory Reform, Representative Aragona Chair, reported House Bill 5229 with recommendation that the bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Bill be referred to the Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Government Operations, Representative Gold Chair, reported House Bill 5340 without amendment with recommendation the bill pass.
Bill be referred to the order second reading of bills. Messages from the Senate.
To the Speaker of the House of Representatives, dear sir, I herewith return House Bill 4077. The Senate has passed the bill, ordered to be given immediate effect, and pursuant to Joint Rule 20, inserted the full title.
The House will agree to the title of the bill, and the bill will refer to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
I herewith return House Bill 4078. The Senate has passed the bill, and ordered to be given immediate effect.
Bill will refer to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
To the Speaker of the House of Representatives, dear sir, I herewith transmit Senate Bill 492, a bill to amend the revised school code, People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title and referred to Committee on Education and Workforce.
Herewith transmit Senate Bill 604, a bill to amend the Michigan Liquor Control Code of 1998, People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title and referred to Committee on Regulatory Reform. Notices.
The House Appropriations Subcommittee on Medicaid and Behavioral Health will meet Tuesday, March 10th at 10:30 a.m., room 326 of the House Office Building.
Introduction of bills.
Representative Maddock offers House Bill 5670, a bill to amend and act, regulate the time and manner of payment of wages and fringe benefits to employees. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Paquette offers House Bill 5671, a bill to amend and act, regulate political activity. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Paquette offers House Bill 5672, a bill to designate the official insect of the State of Michigan. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Woolford offers House Bill 5673, a bill to amend and act, provide protection of children through the licensing and regulation of child care organizations. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Wirtz offers House Bill 5674, a bill to amend the Clean Drinking Water Access Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Menser offers House Bill 5675, a bill to amend and act, provide for the regulation and control of public and certain private utilities. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Energy.
Representative Wilson offers House Bill 5676, a bill to amend and act, provide for the regulation and control of public and certain private utilities. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Wilson offers House Bill 5677, a bill to amend the Michigan election law. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Rogers offers House Bill 5678, a bill to amend the Public Health Code. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Families and Veterans.
Representative Meerman offers House Bill 5679, a bill to require employers to compensate certain employees who participate in certain training. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Families and Veterans.
Representative Alexander offers House Bill 5680, a bill to amend the Natural Resources and Environmental Protection Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to Committee on Natural Resources and Tourism.
Representative Green offers House Bill 5681, a bill to amend the Medical Records Access Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Health Policy.
Mr. Green offers House Bill 5682, a bill to amend the Natural Resources and Environmental Protection Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Natural Resources and Tourism.
Mr. Green offers House Bill 5683, a bill to amend an act provide for the construction, establishment, opening, use, discontinuing, vacating, closing, altering, improvement, and maintenance of limited access highways. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure.
Mr. Green offers House Bill 5684, a bill to amend the Michigan Penal Code. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Judiciary.
Representative Edwards offers House Bill 5685, a bill to amend the Michigan Penal Code. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Judiciary.
Mr. Roth offers House Bill 5686, a bill to amend the Code of Criminal Procedure. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Judiciary.
Mr. Frisbee offers House Bill 5687, a bill to amend the Natural Resources and Environmental Protection Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
Bill be considered at a first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Natural Resources and Tourism.
Representative Miller offers House Joint Resolution Q, a joint resolution proposing amendment to the Constitution of 1963 by adding Section 6A to Article 4.
The joint resolution will be considered read a first time by its title and referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Miller offers House Joint Resolution R, a joint resolution proposing amendment to the State Constitution of 1963 by amending Section 12 of Article 4 and adding Section 6B to Article 4.
The joint resolution will be considered read a first time by its title and referred to the Committee on Government Operations. Announcements by the clerk.
To Clerk Scott Starr from Representative Borton. Dear Mr. Clerk, pursuant to Rule 40, Paragraph 4, I hereby request that my name be removed as co-sponsor of House Bill number 5093.
There being no further business to come before the House, Representative Boland moves that the House do now adjourn. Hearing no objection, the House will stand adjourned until Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m.